Walk us through this stadium situation.
Well, there are 3 teams in play and 2 cities in suburban LA that are both vying for different combinations of those teams. So there's a lot of moving pieces on the chessboard. The Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers are both looking to move to Carson, which is a suburb basically south of downtown LA. And the St. Louis Rams are looking at Inglewood, which is near Los Angeles International Airport. So any or all of those 3 teams could make the move to LA. It's not likely that more than 2 of them would be able to make things work in this town. LA has not had a pro football team in 20 years. So the real question is, as you said in the intro, will they come? And that's key to both the financing and the viability of these potential moves.
And of course, the teams themselves always want some help from the public sector, tax subsidies, tax revenue, all of that. Metro LA is a bigger market, James, in terms of number of people and therefore dollars. So an LA-based team should be able to command higher ticket prices and TV rights. You could make the argument then that they don't need as much in public subsidies.
Yes, and in fact, the 2 small cities outside of LA have said they're not going to offer a dime to the teams. I mean, that's with a little bit of wiggle room there because Carson is, for example, paying money to clean up the old landfill that the team would be playing on. But the big difference here is what's called a personal seat license, or a PSL. Rich people buy these things, and that gives them the equivalent of a season ticket kind of in perpetuity. They do have to pay season by season, but LA has a lot more rich people in it than San Diego or Oakland or St. Louis. So a lot of the Carson plan revolves around having these personal seat licenses sold. San Diego's financing component, it's a much, much smaller percentage of the money that they're coming up with. But the real question is, can they sell enough of these seat licenses in LA to make the financing plan work without a public subsidy?
James, speaking of the public, is this something they want? Is this something they've been clamoring for?
Well, that's the question. I mean, LA has not had a pro football team in 20 years. Most of the fans today have never had a football team in LA. They're not used to it. We have 2 basketball teams. We obviously have a baseball team and another one in Orange County. It seems like the appetite for a football team is not huge here, but these teams have done their marketing studies. They pretty much know what they think they can do in terms of filling up a stadium. But it is an open question because we haven't had a team in a long time, and somehow life goes on in LA without the NFL.
Life does go on. James, what's your favorite football team right now?
Well, I'm from Michigan, so I'd have to go with the Detroit Lions.
The dreaded Lions. All right, James Nash, thank you so much for joining us from Los Angeles today.